So we've already gone further than glasses have ever been before. Today, we can beat one of the old enemies from the previous journeyman, and we can see how close we are to taking Gibraltar further than they've ever been before. Could be interesting. Hello, my name is Damien, I am that Tracking Football Manager, and welcome back to Glasses United. Today we will host Total Network Solutions. I mean the new Saints, obviously. And we will also then take Gibraltar into Lithuania in a Nations League match. And the opposite will be true in Friday's video. We will be taking Gibraltar to Cyprus, and then we will be playing the other team, Dundee United. Dundee United, I remembered. As always, we'll start off with the apologies. Sorry we didn't make a video on Monday. It was just one of those weeks and one of those weekends. Not a lot I could do about it, I'm afraid. Again, sorry. I'll give you a refund. Yeah, I've done like 12 straight shifts, and boy, and so on and so on and so on and so on. So you saw the last two games we played. Olympiacos home win 3-0. Europa FC a 2-1 defeat. I clicked on the button. We didn't need that because I've already done all those. We've picked our squad for Gibraltar. If we find the button with the picture of the pint, there we go. It's because it's all in the wrong places. That's the problem. Right. Why don't we have a right wing? Oh, hang on. Maybe I haven't picked the squad. I thought I picked the squad. Did I not pick the squad? Hello. Hold the line, caller. Suggested Gibraltar. Did I not actually get around to actually picking the squad? That's inconvenient. Right. Kurliovic, are you in the squad? No. Wait, what? He has a hip injury. It's an orange. He'll be fine. Right. Okay, fine. Guess it'll be Shea then. Oh, he's already in it. Oh, goodness me. Right, national pool. Show me the goalkeepers. Remember, we've had this conversation before, haven't we? The goalkeeper selection is poor. We've got Kurliovic, who can't get in the squad. I mean, 5 to 11 days of a hip injury. The first fixture isn't for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. No, well, never mind. Webb's up. Shea Thompson's up. I don't want Hankins because he's 33 and there's no benefit to him being in the squad. So, star rating suggests the next player is Chris Watson of the Hound Dogs. Ew. Nope. Jimmy Hunter. A bit old. Let's have the youngsters. Where's all the youngsters hidden? Who are you? Adam Lodge. Genuinely might be your next best shout. Barry Smith. My kind of name. Hopeless. Cool. Are there any not unknowns? Albert Mason. Who are you? Goodness gracious me. You know what? You'll do. Do you want to play for England? I mean Gibraltar? He's confirmed in the Irish squad. Right, won't be him then. This is the problem we've got, is that in all positions, I've got this sorted, and again, if you're not aware, you can sort by multiple columns. So we've got best position first, then ability, then inversely by age. In that order. So you can see how quickly it just drops off in every position. This is right back. We've got Tyrrell Beckwith, obviously very good. Harry Jones. Nick Robson of Lincoln, very good. And then it goes. I mean, Craig Ramouni isn't that good. Adam Thompson, he's not. He's really not. And so on and so on. And in every position, it's just one or two quality players. Seb Christensen, who was at Lincoln. We've given him 9 caps. I mean, he's actually not that bad, but I do have a rule about calling up players who haven't got a club. Right, we need to find a goalkeeper. This is going to pad the video out, isn't it? I can't see the point in calling up Jalen Hankins. We know who he is. We've owned him a couple of times. He's 33. He's probably never going to play for Gibraltar again. But compare that. Reece Kennedy. He's in the under-21s. So the under-21 manager likes him. Good lord. Right, okay. We need our Americans to turn Gibraltar fast. Really fast. Fine, it's Jalen Hankins. See if I care. Call up Gibraltar. He's old enough to be offered a job. Right, cool. That's that done. I wish I hadn't even looked. So that will be the squad when we get around to it. I will confirm it as long as no one breaks an arm between now and then. New faces, Matt Perez. I mean, there's half a good player there, but he is only 17. He's at Europa. Matt Kerr. I don't know if we've seen him before. He's at A-cap, so not a terrible centre mid attack. Not a terrible one at all, actually. Shea Thompson, we know about. Daily Galliano, Charlie Howe. What is this even sorted by? Let's go with position. Beckwith, we know all of these lads. Nick Robson, you've probably met. He's a centre-half right-back, not really very good at either. Harry Jones, we all still have nightmares about him. Gavin Murphy-Snaith. Jamie Harrison, he's got 32 caps, but yeah, I struggle to remember him. Right winger. Jimmy Few, he's good. Very good, actually. He's at Europa in a minute. We recently turned him Gibraltarian. 2 goals, 2 caps. What can you say? And then Matt Kerr, which we just looked at, I think. Yep. Cool. That's what happens when you change the order halfway through. I think that's about it. You should know everyone else on that list, so get on and know them. This is the side, on a completely different note, that we're taking to Wales. Hammond will be in goal, with Panagi, Sithole, Green and Korosevsky, Woods and Holmes, Stevens and Caetano, Williams and Ice Perua. That's a very strong squad. You'd like to think it'll be too strong for them Welsh lot. But let's be honest, TNS are rather good at absolutely battering mediocre opposition. That's what they do week in, week out. Let's just hope we're a bit less mediocre than Flint Town United are, for example. As we all remember, well, those of you who are still here, remember Flint Town United, where we were stuck for about 4 seasons because in our last journeyman because we couldn't get out. Ooh, we're a late game, apparently. Look at all those scores already in. And it's Andy Madley, the referee. The attendance is 964. You know it's bad when you can't claw in 1,000 people for a European group stage tie. That's poor. Corrigan fires one out wide to Spruce. Ice Perua is tracking across. Look at that. Long sleeves and gloves. He's not built for Welsh summertime, is he? Livermore through to Ashworth. Green intercepts nicely. Back to Hammond, who lumps it long. It's down to Clark. Ashworth to Williams. Slots one in front of Livermore. That's a gorgeous ball. And Livermore absolutely shat the bed. Pardon my French, but that's just dreadful. Can you imagine how much I'd be shouting if that had been the other way around? Well, it must be said, all the early highlights are there. Livermore's cross comes in, and it's landed in their area. Ashworth hits it, bobbled around, headed away in the end by Trevor, I think. Spruce brings it down at the other end, and that's not the promising, dominating beginning I was hoping for, if we're being honest, folks. We should have conceded the goal by now, off one of those 2 chances. Woods finds Holmes, back to Trevor. All the way back to the keeper. And he gets it back. Out wide to Panagi. Caetano's in front of him. Woods back to Panagi in front of Williams this time. Caetano gets there in the end. Williams back to Caetano. Ice Brewer is in acres. Can he tuck it away? Yes, he can. Oscar Ice Brewer gets his 9th goal of the season before the season actually starts. That's my kind of forward. And that was really nice play. I was very, very happy with that football. I get the feeling that TNS's ground doesn't actually look like this. I might be wrong. I stand to be corrected. I mean, I'm assuming that's where we're playing. Doesn't actually say. Usually it says, doesn't it? Let's get a praise out there now before halftime. Get the spirits up. A 1-0 win is still a win, let's be honest. I should have the group stage, the league table open, really. Outstretched arms. Delighted to keep it up. Williams had a poor one. And Woods has looked a bit lost in centre mid at all. It might just be easier just to fix that now. Bring Woods forward to where Williams is. Take Williams off for Charlie Howe. I'm really tempted to put Panagi further forward. I just feel like that's something he'd be good at. He can play left wing, kind of. I think. How are you at left wing? Yeah, I thought so. Let's do that. For Caetano? No, Caetano's actually having a really good game. No, for Woods. You know what? For Woods. Woods off. And we didn't bring a left back. Never mind. I thought we had that other lad on the bench, but we don't. Right. I undid too many times. How can go on centre mid? That'll do. One change. Continue. As you were, please, folks. Spruce has a throw in on halfway. Throws it to Corrigan. Livermore to Ashworth, and this looks a bit easy. Trevor's coming across eventually. Hammond makes a good solid save. Dundee United have gone 1 up at Olympiacos. That's a sentence I didn't imagine ever saying out loud. Hammond comes out and claims the cross. Lovely claim. Korosevsky's in space, but we don't get there fast enough. That was a very odd sentence to say out loud, by the way. Dundee United are 1-0 up away at Olympiacos. There is a fear that I might have misjudged drastically who the force are in this league. That is possible. Ultimately, you know, this is 14 years later, and neither the Welsh, nor Scottish, nor Greek leagues are being simmed, so I have no way of knowing how they've been doing. Stevens can come off, and Korosevsky can push forward, and then Thompson can go on at right back. That'll work. And then Caetano now can come off for Chrissy Eaton, and that will be our changes. Holmes to take a corner. Deep, deep corner, and it's headed back across straight onto the top of the net by Green. 12 to play. Eaton's taking the corner from the other side. In it comes. Green's under it again, and this time Liam Green buries it. Absolutely lovely. 2-0, cruising. And after a shaky start, very good. Okay, don't say result when there's 12 minutes to play. A good thing is happening. Let's hope it continues. I'd love a point. I'd love a point. What am I trying to say? Goal for Olympiacos, please. Hey, they've got Mitch Clark. Is that Mitch Clark as in Mitch Clark? Didn't we used to have that Mitch Clark? I mean, I imagine there's a lot of Mitch Clarks, but that one sounds. Did we used to have a Mitch Clark? And it did finish in a draw, I think. Yes, 1 each between Olympiacos and Dundee United means that we are flying clear at the top of the league. A point off Dundee United and it's pretty much over, folks. Was it? Do we know that, Mitch Clark? 427 grand for a win. Tasty. Mitch Clark. History. That's not in real life, so I didn't... Nope. I'm dreaming it. I must have had him somewhere else. Aston Villa. Very old journeyman, maybe? Leicester? No idea. Name rings a bell, though. Feel free, if you've got a better memory than me for my own content, then feel free to tell me. Otherwise, let's go to Lithuania. So it's fair to say we've been rather neglecting the international side in this save, mostly because we're not there yet. Not in the same way as we were with San Marino at a similar time. There's a lot to be done still. Is Chris Eaton really the best option at left wing? He is. Rather proving my point that Chris Eaton is the best option at left wing. So we're going to try and get out of Nations League C in the correct direction. Lewis Webb will be in goal with Mullen, Jones, Chiezu and Beckwith along the back four, if you don't remember Harry Jones. Good. Daly and Galliano are the midfielders, probably for the rest of the save, if we're being honest. These two kids are spectacular. Galliano is now at Sporting. That's the one. Being paid 10 grand a week. Daly is still in Gibraltar, but I'm sure it won't be for much longer. He's wanted by Sporting and VfB Stuttgart. If he went to Sporting, can you imagine how good that would be for us? If Sporting Portugal had those two as their centre midfielders. It'd be fantastic. Yeah, wingers, not so great. James Few is a fantastic forward. Manuel Williams will do. We are going to try and get some youngsters on in this game, but you know, that's for another day. Well, that's if it's going well, obviously. But we've beaten Lithuania before, I'm sure of it. I say sure, confident of it. I think we've beaten Lithuania before. We're going for this. We are. We are going for this. We're starting to get to the point where this team's starting to look okay. And okay, to mean good, let's be honest. They're starting to look like they can punch above their weight on a regular basis. I mean, we really should have beaten Cyprus. We were very unlucky not to beat Cyprus. Lithuania are the kind of team we should be beating. Why isn't this set to league table? There we go. The really important one is actually the next one. Cyprus. Galliano should step in there, gets a block, but doesn't really step in quite the way you'd hope. Baranauskas to Klimovicius. I'd forgotten how much fun Lithuanian names are. Petrovicius cuts one back, and it's a good hit, and I think that's a save. No, it is just driven wide. Webb isn't needed. Restart now to install the latest Windows updates. No, thank you. I'm fine. McNally to Golubicus. Baranauskas. Good bit of pressure, but could do with maybe getting a toe in. Pothkus has gotten past the midfield. Powered through. Gotten past the defenders too. That was easy. And chipped it over everything. If they could finish, we might be in a bit of trouble here. Zebrauskas to Golubicus. Don't like how pretty much everything is their possession. McNally. Mark McNally. I'm not saying that it's not possible, but I suspect that Lithuania might have a similar recruitment policy to us. But Mark McNally might not be born and bred Lithuanian. I know we can't comment too much because most of our players are English, apart from the Scottish ones. Eaton. Actually, no, that's not true. We have no Scots because they won't. Harrison cuts back to Williams. Blocked away. I'm not really sure what happened in there. Slovenia have scored against Cyprus. If we can get a lead here, few misses out in the air. If we can get a lead here, we go top. Or possibly joint with Slovenia. No, we beat Slovenia, didn't we? A lead here and we go top. Slovenia are now 3-0 up on Cyprus. Holy smokes. Let's demand a bit more, shall we? Yeah, most of our players are English, not Scottish. There's very few Scots, if there's any. James Few might be Scottish. James Few Scottish? Don't know, can't click on him. Oi. Were you Scottish once upon a time? Information. No, he's born in Scarborough. He's English. Cool. Good first half performance. Keep it up. Maybe a bit better in terms of scoring some goals, please. Please, sir, I'd like some goals. Perez, you fancy some football, mate? You know what? I think you might be the man. Let's go. Let's go, Matty. Any more? No. Don't mess around. Not too much. Let's get Perez on. That's a game and a half now that Emmanuel Williams has played and not looked particularly good. So, Kilmavicius. Again, it starts with their possession. Can we get a touch in? That's a good header by Chiesa. Daly turns in the middle. Harrison takes on the winger. Drives in across. Over Perez's head. Few heads it just onto the top of the net. Let's get an encourage. Come on, boys. Don't get me wrong, a draw is a good result. It's just not a great one. Webb fires one out to the right winger. Harrison loses out. Baranauskas. Back to Paskevicius. Chiezu wins it well. Chiezu is a very solid defender. Beckwith lumps it forward. Volleyed away by the goalkeeper. Not sure why. Daly. Back to Galliano. Harrison. Back heeled nicely to Beckwith. Galliano to Harrison again. Perez. To Galliano. Daly to Few. Over to Beckwith. There's men over. Can we get a decent cross? And Perez is unmarked. It's gone over him. Chris Eaton. Of course it's the man I was questioning the ability of. Chris Eaton volleys it in from the backstop. His first ever goal. Perez with a gorgeous assist. But you have to say, and I know I'm being picky here, but look at Perez. How is he not the target of this cross? Unless he is, because Beckwith's never been particularly good at crossing. As even the blind squirrel finds an acorn every now and then. It's probably how I'd describe Beckwith's crossing. But get some praise out there. 25 to play. Kilmavicius throws it in. Pipiras back to him. Golubikas to Poskus. And it's a good hit from Zabrauskas, but it's right into Webb's hands. Webb with the big boot. Few flicks it on, and Perez could have probably gone somewhere in the direction of the ball. He probably wouldn't have won the race, but he could have pressured him a bit. Harry Jones wins the header. Down to Daly and Eaton. The left back is long gone, and there he goes. Robbie Mullen crosses it in, headed away. Galliano brings it down for Harrison. Beckwith. Back to Galliano. Harrison again. Beckwith. Harrison was making the right run, but again, we don't quite look up in time. Galliano. When did Chiesa grow hair? By the way, he was bald last time I saw him. Mullen. Inside to Eaton. Has a go and somehow sneaks it past the goalkeeper. I remember him now. It's Krapikas in goal for Lithuania. And that's I mean, is it a nice finish or is it just horrific goalkeeping? I think it's probably the latter, if we're being honest. Yeah, it's the second one. Eaton has no right to shoot from there, frankly, let alone score. But we're 2-0 up. We're top of the league. We're chucking out some praise. Few has a free kick. He can hit him. Krapikas makes a save. Eaton across to take the corner. Are we going to see it as well? We are indeed. Eaton's cross is deep, headed away. Harrison will pick it up in the end. Lumps it up the line. Absolute nothing ball. And yeah, you're absolutely right to put your hand up and apologise. 15 to play. Who else can we bring on? Matt Kerr? You fancy some football? What do you do? Advanced playmaker support? That sounds like something midfield attack to me. And in fact, I'll take Galliano off as well because Amar Snades can play some football. And wait, is there anyone better? No, Snades can do it. And then we can rest those two a little bit for the next game because they are absolutely the two best players. Cross comes in, Beckwith heads it away. And not just the two best players, but they play really well together because they've got that from their time at Europa. Big ball forward. Few is under it. And, oh, he's missed. And he misses few chances. But he missed that one. So this could be the start of sneaking out of this group stage. Eaton's cross. Few heads it. This time has gone over the top. And actually, after all we're talking up, Few... He's got an 8.2 match rating, but I would say that he's having he's not having a poor game, but probably could have scored a couple of times, if we're being honest. Outstretched arms, that was good. And it's a solid 2-0 win. Away from home at home to Lithuania. Slovenia went on to smash Cyprus 4-1, but because we beat them, we're above them. Can we get into League B? That's something to start thinking about next time. Oh, by the way, Glasses won as well. That's good news. Woods and Ice Peru with the 2 goals. All 3 goals within 7 minutes of each other. Cool. Right, well, we'll be back for Cyprus and Dundee United. And that will be on Friday, I hope. And I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.